Why did God create the world? Was it for beauty, for life? Or is there a deeper reason, a purpose beyond what we can see? From the very beginning, God spoke, and everything came into existence: stars, oceans, and land, each piece of the universe carefully planned. But what does it all mean? Why did God choose to create us, to fill this world with life, beauty, and love? In the beginning, He walked with us, and we were free, but something went wrong. A choice was made that changed everything. Sin entered the world, breaking the perfect relationship between God and humanity. But God didn't give up. He promised redemption. He promised a way back. Thousands of years later, that promise was fulfilled through Jesus Christ, His life. His death and His resurrection restored what was lost. And the story isn't over. God promises a future new creation, where pain and suffering will be no more, and we will live in eternal communion with Him. So, why did God create the world? He created it because of His love, His desire for relationship, and His plan for redemption. Creation of the universe. God begins by creating the universe from nothing, forming the heavens, the earth, and the waters. He sets everything in motion, creating light to separate the darkness. Creation of earth and sky. God divides the waters to form the sky above and the land below, bringing forth dry land and seas. Creation of plants. God speaks life into the earth, bringing forth plants, trees, and all kinds of vegetation to fill the earth. Creation of sun, moon, and stars. God creates the sun to govern the day, the moon and stars to govern the night, setting them in place to provide light and mark the days, seasons, and years. Creation of animals. God creates creatures of the sea, birds of the sky, and animals to roam the earth, each according to their kind, and blesses them to multiply. Creation of humanity. God forms mankind in His own image, creating them male and female. He gives them dominion over the earth, the animals, and plants. God's gift of free will. God places Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden, offering them everything except the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. He gives them the freedom to choose. God's desire for relationship. God walks and talks with Adam and Eve in the garden, establishing a deep, personal relationship with them. Fall of humanity. Tempted by the serpent, Adam and Eve choose to eat from the forbidden tree, disobeying God. This act introduces sin into the world, and the relationship between God and humanity is broken. God's promise of redemption. God speaks of a promise to restore humanity, pointing to a future Savior who will redeem the world. God's plan for restoration. Over time, God reveals His plan of redemption through the prophets, establishing a path to reconciliation through faith, sacrifice, and His love for humanity. Jesus Christ, the Savior. God sends His Son, Jesus, into the world to teach, heal, and show the way to salvation. Jesus lives a sinless life, performs miracles, and offers hope to all. The crucifixion and resurrection. Jesus is crucified, taking on the sins of the world, and is buried. 3 days later, He rises from the dead, conquering sin and death, fulfilling God's promise of redemption. The Great Commission. Before ascending to heaven, Jesus commissions His followers to go into all the world, spreading the gospel and making disciples, sharing the love of God with all nations. The promise of new creation. God promises to create a new heaven and earth, where there will be no more pain, suffering, or death, and where His people will live in eternal communion with Him. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please support me by subscribing to the channel. Don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment below. Your support means a lot, and may God always give you life and health in your life. See you in the next video. God bless.